Hello everyone, my name is Daisy De Gioannini and I will be talking about a survey about the innovative teaching mindset in an era of digital evolution. This study attracted teachers over 4 years to see how their values and views on innovation evolved. The key question was, how does a teacher's mindset influence the way they adopt new digital tools, especially AI? So we wanted to focus on how mindset shapes technology use in digital education. If you look at this slide, you see that there are two pictures. One is referring to traditional school, the place where we usually work, where we have to, let's say, innovate inside a box, and the box is the curriculum that we need to follow. On the other side, there is a quote that I really like by George Couros, and it focuses on the concept of change. It says, you can fight change, adapt to change, embrace change, create change, or lead change. No matter your choice, it is not going away. What does it mean? That education is evolving very rapidly, and we need to face change. Change is part of our job. But how do teachers react to change? And this was also the topic of my study. So being innovative isn't about knowing the latest apps or only this. It's about attitude, resilience, creativity, and seeing challenges as opportunities. This mindset focuses on the growth mindset introduced by Carol Dweck, but it goes also further, asking teachers to create new approaches, not just adapt. And now I really would like to introduce the concept of the innovator's mindset by George Couros. This mindset emphasizes the belief that abilities and talents can be developed to create new and better ideas, processes, and learning opportunities. It focuses on seeing problems as opportunities and cultivates continuous growth and positive impact. Who is George Couros? George Couros is an educator first, an author, a speaker, and he was also a teacher administrator and a technology facilitator. He works now with schools and organizations worldwide, helping to develop innovative teaching and learning practices. If you look at the slide here, you see there are 8 elements that characterize the innovator's mindset. So let's check. For example, a teacher should be empathetic, meaning understanding the needs and experience of others by seeing the world through their perspective. And this is a fundamental kind of attitude in class. So we teachers, we educators should be empathetic towards the students, and we should teach them to be empathetic in the class. Then we have problem finders, problem solvers, identifying meaningful challenges first, and then creating effective solutions. But the solutions shouldn't come from the teachers. The solutions should come from the different perceptions and perspectives of the students. So also it's important to foster creativity with the students in finding the right solution. Then, risk takers. Teachers should embrace new approaches, even considering the fact that failure could be possible. And multiple failures can drive to innovation. So if you think about the word fail, F-A-I-L, they said it could be also considered an acronym of first attempt in learning. So it's normal to fail. We shouldn't be afraid of failing. Of course, we have to take the risk. Then one of my best attitude is to be networked. I know that it's quite difficult, but it is a game changer in the relationship at school if you are networked with your colleagues. So building connections and leveraging relationship to learn, share and co-create ideas is fundamental in a school. But of course, you shouldn't start big. Start small. Maybe you have just one colleague or two in your group, and then you can grow. But it's important to have friends to be able to share ideas with other teachers. Then, of course, observant. Teachers are observant because they notice patterns, insight, and opportunities in everyday situation that maybe others can overlook. Then, another very important characteristic, teachers are creators, turning the idea into projects or products instead of leaving them abstract. And creativity is an aspect that during the survey I carried out, I saw that creativity is one element that teachers really want to improve. Then, of course, resilient is important because persisting through challenging and learning from failures and adapting forward is the key to effective teacher as a profession. Then, of course, a reflective, because teachers consistently evaluate what worked, what didn't, and they try to find a way to improve the future. So these ACT characteristics really shape the idea of the innovator's mindset. The digital education trajectory. So you see here in this very clear chart the movement from the early stages to Web 2 to today, passing through Web 2.0. So we have moved from digitalizing worksheets to creating immersive, adaptive environments with AI and the VR. This changes the teacher's role from just delivering content to a more active way of working. Of course, two teachers with the same tool may use it differently. So what is the key, the aspect that really changes everything? It's, I would say, the student-centered approach with this new mindset. So a student-centered teacher uses tech to empower learners, and I would say that empower is the key word here. While a teacher-centered one may reinforce lectures, but it doesn't really empower students to follow their passion, to discover what they want to be in the future. So we would say that mindset is the real differentiator. So if we go back to the research and the study that it took 4 years, from 2022 to 2025, nearly 500 teachers in Italy during my training sessions, and their experience level varied. So we could both see younger digital natives, okay, so early career, and I would say seasoned teacher, maybe we can say veteran or experienced teachers. And they are facing the approach, the technological approach, and also the approach to AI. So this is a summary of the data we had, and so you can see in the chart that the teaching experience distribution is distributed along a very differentiated range. We have 10% at the beginning, really at the beginning, the 15% there, so 25% in the first 5 years of teaching. Then we have 30% in the period 6 to 10 years of teaching, and then of course a majority of, as we said before, seasoned teacher or experienced one. Okay. So what can we say about this student-centered pedagogy, which is the most important thing that we have to bear in mind when we want to focus on this innovative mindset? So the values are empathy, passion, and empowerment. I underlined before the word empowerment because I really believe that is the key to transform our way of teaching, and we need to do this. So across all 4 years, teachers consistently said the most important part of education is empowering students and fostering empathy. So technology was valued, but as a mean, not as a goal. So you see here that the traditional method, the frontal lesson, rated lowest, and technology was considered part of the teaching but not the core. Okay, so and it is really important because technology should be always considered as a means to reach a goal and not the goal itself. The innovative educator is the one that focuses on creativity, reflection, resilience, and problem finding. And you recall here the aspects that I mentioned before about the innovator's mindset and the characteristic of the innovative teacher. So the teachers describe the ideal innovator as creative, reflective, willing to take risks. And interestingly, many admitted they need to strengthen creativity in their own teaching, pointing to a gap between aspiration and practice. So you see here the 8 characteristics, and 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end are grouped together. So you see that creativity score the highest at 35%. And then we have problem solving, risk taking, networking, and then resilience, observation, reflection. Empathy rated the lowest, not because teachers are not empathetic, but because probably they already have an idea that they focus already on empathy in their relationship with students, meaning that probably they want to improve some other characteristics. So I asked a question, which of course was taken by the book by George Couros, and he said, "What would you like to be a student in your own classroom?" So when asked if they want to be a student in their own classroom, nearly half said not always. And this shows a powerful honesty. So teachers recognize the gap between their ideas and daily constraints they face. So 0.5% were very positive about the classroom, and let's say 45 said not always. And we can really see that this honesty makes us think that teachers really understand what they are doing, and they feel what happens. So you can really think that you want to create the best lesson ever, but sometimes you know that things can go wrong. So you try to do I like to say, I try to do my today's best. So according to my conditions, the condition of the classroom and everything, okay, I try to be the best teacher I can in the moment with my limitations, and then I try to be to improve myself, but I'm also try to accept myself, and this is really important, I would say. So then in the last year, in 2025, I decided to shift the topic of to add some more questions, let's say, to the survey, and teachers were asked about AI for the first time. You see it in the chart. Most saw it as an opportunity, but responded with cautious openness. Okay, so they are neither blindly enthusiastic nor fearful, just thoughtful about its risks and potential. And so you see that an opportunity rated more than 50%, and I was very happy to see that no one chose a waste of time, because of course we are aware of the fact that changes are happening, and AI is a very big change. So the solution is not to forget it or don't see it. You have to embrace it and try to figure out how to use it ethically and in a safe way. So the question was, what's your attitude? And you see there were 5 different aspects: skepticism, caution, openness, enthusiasm, disinterest, and inevitable change. You see, teachers are open to AI, but with they use they need to be aware that they already are aware of risks, bias, misinformation, loss of human contact. So they show this cautious openness, and then they also understand that it is inevitable, and this is their attitude. And I think this is what happens in almost every classroom when we think about AI. So what is the key takeaway here? Of course, if the teachers embrace the innovative mindset mentioned before, we could also predict that they are ready for AI. Of course, they are conscious of the limitations and bias and risks that AI brings with it. So, the key takeaway is that AI adoption depends on teachers' existing mindset. Teachers value reflection, empathy, problem solving over novelty. So they do not use AI just because it is a fancy tool. They reflect on it. They think about the human aspect that should be considered and should prevail over the machine. What about professional development? It should emphasize pedagogy and ethics, and not just training. So I am really happy to have had some time to describe the core elements of my survey. If you want, you can scan the QR code and download it if you want to go deeper into the research I did. And for further questions and for reflections together, just let's say wait till the end of the video and we can talk about this. I thank you very much for the opportunity, and I thank you very much for the attention given to my slides. So thank you very much, and bye bye.